Hey planner babes, welcome to According to Allie. I'm Allie. Today I'm going to show you this cool spring technique and answer a few questions. Enjoy! So let's get started. This technique I first did back in August. I did it for my daughter's birthday week and used little cute black and pink tweeny icons and made this checkerboard effect using separate clear stickers. And so I'm going to do it again today with a spring spread using the flowers from the new Happy Yearbook. First, we're going to make sure we alternate the squares properly. I like to plan it out because sometimes I go in a daze or in just, my hands take over and I stop paying attention and I've messed it up before. So the first thing I do is take a pencil. All I do is mark a teeny tiny check mark or X mark where I want to put the stickers and leave it blank where I don't. And it'll just help me remind me as I go along where I'm putting stickers. The next thing you need is a straight edge, a knife, and of course your wax paper. This week the wax paper will be used to collect the scraps as you trim down the flowers in each box, and then so that you can make sure that you use up all the scraps. We're not going to be wasting stickers as we trim them down because each little bit of flower or stem can poke out in another box. So first I collect a bunch of stickers on my wax paper, of course, and I thought I'd add a couple quotes to this one that will cross over the boxes and come out of the boxes, so the flowers will stay contained inside, but I thought it would look cute if the quotes stuck out a little bit. So all you do is place a flower down, overlapping a line or two. This one looks this one looks cute in the corner, and you want to make sure you trim down following the lines. I like to place the card on the inside where the sticker is going to stay, so I'm not pushing down on what I need to lift up. So you just trim it down and take off the stuff on the outside of your designated box. There you go. So it looks like it's peeking in the box. I'm not going to leave many flowers whole. That's the look of this one, is that you make sure most of the flowers are peeking out and it adds interest. You don't want it to just stick a bunch of stickers down whole within the lines, because it doesn't make it look as full when it overlaps. So each sticker you put down, you trim it down and save the scraps. It's pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory, pretty repetitious. That's why I thought I'd add frequently asked questions in this video, because you're just going to watch me doing the same thing over and over here. But first we're going to put down the first quote. You are amazing. Both quotes came from the Socialite pack. And then we use our white pen to cover in the line a little bit. Don't forget to erase the little pencil marks as you go along. And we'll keep filling in while the white pen dries. I like to make sure I have some of every color, not too much of any color, in each box as I add more stickers for the pretty spring checkerboard. Trim that off. There we go. Okay, so let me start at answering a few questions here. The first question is, what are your favorite pens to use? Okay, well, I think it's pretty obvious. One of my favorite pens is this white guy here. I just cannot live without my Jelly Roll, of course, the white pen that helps me cover lines that I just do not like. I use it in almost every single spread, and it's funny because it's like one of my favorite pens, but a lot of people don't even know it's there. But it is almost every time. I can't remember the last time I didn't use it, actually, especially since getting these thick black lines on my classic coastal planner. Sorry. So also use these teeny tiny flowers as filler. Those purple and little tiny pink flowers are perfect to fill in the gaps and spread color around some more. I also trim those if I have to, but not all of them. Okay, my next favorite pen is my Zig Cocoa Eero pen. It's a teeny tiny tip brush pen. I don't use it every spread, but I really, really love it. The tip is very firm, which is great for beginners, and it's teeny tiny, which is awesome for my planner. You could see that pen in my lettering video on my channel. Then I also love a Papermate flare. I also kind of like doing the lettering technique with the Papermate flare. Even though it's not a brush tip, I really like the look of the bounce lettering, and I'll use that a lot too. And then finally, I just got on the Muji train. It took me a while, but I'm here and I love it, just like everyone said. Muji, M-U-J-I 38 is what I use. You just grab them on Amazon. They're super fine gel pens that aren't scratchy. Like when they're really fine, sometimes the tip scratches a lot. So here I'm showing you that I'm trying not to use the same colors at the corners. So there's an orange flower in the left and that purplish pink on the right. So I'm going to use light pink here so that the colors aren't too close together. Make sure you spread the joy of each color. Okay, so those are my favorite pens. Next question is, do you work or are you a stay-at-home mom? I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have 3 kids. Dean is 3. Luke is, oh my gosh, I can't even remember, 7. He'll be 8 in June. And Avery, my daughter, is 10. She'll be 11 in August. I stay at home, but I also watch a 4th kid during the week, a little baby. Well, she's not even a little baby anymore. I started watching her when she was a little baby, but now she's 2. And so during the day, I have the 2 little ones until the big ones come home. And then it's complete chaos for a few hours when I have 4 crazy ones in the house. I'm also starting to get my YouTube channel really up and running. And hey, think of it as a job. Why not? Maybe it'll turn into something, maybe it won't, but I like to treat it as a job so that I continue to make content. If I'm like, oh, it's a hobby casual, you won't see me for a few weeks. So I have a set schedule and I try to stick to that. So it's kind of like a funsy free job, but I really, really like it. Here you see how it's starting to finally come together, and you can see how all the flowers are being spread out. Alternating the boxes on my planner. I alternate the boxes so I still have places to write. And then at the end of the video, you'll see that I add a to-do list in the left margin so I have more places to write. Sometimes, I mean, I don't do this all the time, but sometimes you've just got to sacrifice white space for a pretty week and I'll figure it out later when I write in. I might even put in a colorful box if I need to over the flowers. So next question. Your planner besties, are they your real besties, and did you know them before you started planning? Okay, so I'm very close to some of my planner friends. I actually just got home from a 4-day weekend in Texas with some of my favorite planners. They were all squad members this time. I went to Texas to visit Heather Kell. Of course, we all know Heather Kell. And then I visited Marielle, Mom and Girl with Plan, and Mandy, Planning Mandy. And then while I was there, I also saw Erica Canant and Amanda's Plans. She also has a YouTube channel. And so we all got together and had an amazing weekend. And no, we did not know each other before planning. Not even Mandy, who I've been friends with the longest. We're absolutely best friends in real life. That's one thing I absolutely love about this community, is that you have paper and stickers in common, but it can grow into something phenomenal. And I can honestly say I never expected to make the friends that I've made in this part of my life. I thought I was done making friends, but I was so wrong, and they are amazing. I did not know them before I had never met the other girls before Happy Planner Boot Camp that we did back in September, but we are like lifetime friends now. Flew out to Texas, had an awesome weekend. So be open to those friendships. Like, if someone puts you off on Instagram or something, give them a second chance. Sometimes they'll surprise you. Be happy to reach out and do the happy mail or text or use Marco Polo. You might be surprised with how close you get to some random people you met on Instagram. Mandy and I first met, we both started planning. Oh, that was another question. When did I start planning? I started planning for this Instagram account in January 2017. Only 2 years now, before I had planners, but I never ever finished them. Oop, I forgot to trim a flower there. Decorating the planner makes me want to come back to it, and I finally started finishing planners when I started decorating them using Happy Planner and the stickers. The customizing is phenomenal. I just can't quit the Happy Planner, and I never will. But Mandy and I met because of the Happy Planner. We started chatting and we had a lot in common, and she lives in Arizona, but she has some family here in California. So one time she was coming out and we risked it. We're like, let's meet in real life. We both were convinced we were getting catfished by weird 50-year-old men, but we weren't. It worked out, and we were us, and we clicked, and we've been inseparable ever since. It's pretty awesome. Okay, now for the next page, we're going to put this quote, because it's wider than a box, obviously. I'm going to overlap it on purpose so that it kind of sticks out from the flowers and adds some more interest. So the two quotes will be the only things that come outside of the box. So, of course, some white pen to fill in that center line. And then let's plan where we're going to put it. And only on that left middle Saturday square will I need flowers. I'm not going to put any on Sunday for the middle. Okay. So here you go. Another example of using the scraps. Take the teeny tiny pieces and add them to the box. Look at, I'm not even having to cut any this time. It can be hard to line up, especially without tweezers that I don't have. So I have some, but they're really not that great. I need to get some Heather Kell tweezers. Hers are kind of awesome looking. Those really pointy bent ones. So I keep planning and seeing where I'm going to need some flowers before I put down the quote. Let's see. Put it on the wax paper a couple more times to take off some sticky, just in case. Okay, and then I'll fill in some more of the lines with the white pen as I need to. Okay, next question. Can't live without planner accessory. Okay, I absolutely adore the paper. You might not see my paper on my Instagram or my channel, but I use the paper like every day. It's my scribble lists, it's my grocery lists, it's my to-do lists that are just completely sloppy messes. I use them to practice lettering. I do all kinds of stuff. I use it as a scribble paper for when my pen isn't working. The half sheets, Happy Notes, and the Happy Note paper, the grid paper, the line paper, the foiled paper, every paper you can imagine. I have so many of them and I love them all. I've even gotten my husband to start using Happy Planner by making him use some of the paper for lists and different notebooks. So paper is my favorite besides the stickers, of course. I love it. Okay, next question. How to want to use your planner and how to use it well. Okay, I kind of went over that already with how to want to use your planner. To me, I want to open it and see this prettiness every day. I want to open it and use it to express my creativity. I have kind of an art background. Both of my parents graduated with fine art degrees, and I showed artistic promise, so I took lots of art classes in high school, at the local design school. I didn't want it as a job, though. My dad it was his job. He's a graphic designer, and I just didn't want it to become a chore. I wanted it to be a hobby that I enjoyed. I didn't want to rely on it for income. Do you know what I mean? So I was never interested in it as a job. And because of that, I kind of pushed it away for a long time. I didn't do anything artistic. And not until I started with this planner again, did I realize that I was missing that in my life. I needed it. I need some kind of artistic expression in my life. That's where my lettering has also come in. And it fulfills me still as a hobby, not as a job, but gives me something that's just mine in my, that, you know, doesn't, I don't care what anyone else thinks, really, you know? You create freely and do you and enjoy it. Okay. Another question. Oh, the other part of that question was how to use it well. Just use it the way you need to use it. Don't use it because someone else uses it a certain way. Don't use a certain layout because they use it. Play around with it and figure out how it works for you. Like for me, I have 3 planners. This is my classic coastal catch-all. And in this one, I put all of my my stuff that I need to get done with appointments and different things, reminders. It's also my social media planner because I have one that I plan on using in July, but it hasn't started yet. I'm going to use the new Squad Girls planner in July when it starts. And then I have my Supermom Mini. That one is the boring stuff with the chores and the kids' stuff, errands, homework they need to keep track of, all that stuff. And then, of course, I have my wellness planner. You can even just have something like a wellness planner if you don't really need the reminders and to-dos. The wellness planner for me is my little sanctuary diary area that's just for me. I'm not writing kids' plans in it. I'm not writing any plans in it. I'm documenting and keeping track, of what I do that week for me. So I really like all my planners, and it took me a while to figure out what I needed from each planner and how many planners I did need. For a long time I only had 1, and I've slowly grown to 3, and we'll be in 4 in July. Yay! So you can see this spread coming along here with the different flowers and filling in each box as I alternate and trimming everything down. And then as I start closing in and only have a few boxes left, I start to remember to use the scraps more and more. I want to make sure I use both halves of a flower instead of cutting another flower and ending up with a bunch of half flowers left. So keep going back to your wax paper and making sure you're using all those scraps on your planner in the boxes. There we go. Another question I got is what the washi stickers that come inside the sticker books, what are they supposed to fit? Okay, if you are wondering the same thing, on my wellness planner last week, I used 2 washi sticker strips. Basically, one, if it comes with 2 or 3, one is long enough to fit these days here on the right hand side of a classic vertical. It fits across the 4 days, Thursday through Sunday. And then there's usually a shorter one that's meant for the left hand page that is short enough to fit to cover Monday through Wednesday. If there's a third one, usually that one can be used for in a mini horizontal planner, and then you could trim one of the other ones to fit the other page. The shorter one is an option for another planner, but generally, as I've found, that's how those washi stickers work in your planner. Okay, we're coming along here, spreading out the colors, trimming everything down. Looking good. This one's fun to do. It's nice to mix stuff up and really get your creative juices flowing instead of always doing the same thing over and over. This isn't a new idea. I've done it before and I've seen other people do it, but it is different for me because I haven't done it in over 6 months. So it's a quick way to mix it up, add interest to your planner, and have some fun. You could do this with any of the florals. You could do it with the icons like I showed you from August. You can, what else can you do it with? Any icons, really. You can do a coffee one, a flower one, a planner. You could use all the Miss Maker stuff and have all the crafting supplies in each square as it alternates. It's up to you, really. It's just kind of another take on some of the people who put all the stickers down the center of the planner and trim down the lines. It's fun. It almost looks, they almost start looking like box stickers that came that way after you really fill in each box for each day. So more scraps up here. Very cute. I love it. And add more flowers and the scraps. I used big flowers. In the Happy Year, there's really big ones, and then there's smaller ones, and I used both. I used up almost all of them. It's one of my new favorite florals, and I just figured, why not go out with a bang here? And use them all up in one fell swoop and enjoy them for the week. No hoarding, just savoring. I got to spend a lot of time with these stickers making this spread, so and now I get to spend the rest of the week looking at them. So springy and pretty. Looks like a bed of flowers, or like the breeze blew them all over your page. I'd love to see if you guys try this also, so be sure to tag me on Instagram or Facebook or wherever you post it so I can see it. It's so much fun to see out of the box, or in this case, inside the boxes, planning and stickering. And it's fun to see other people's takes on something you've done. So finally, to the last box. Oh my goodness. So we make sure we use up all the last of the scraps. I love that dark green with that orange, and then you add the light green with it. Looks so pretty. How happy are we that spring is here, finally. I can't believe March is almost over. That is kind of weird. Like, what the heck just happened? But with April comes spring, and then I'm going to Vegas. I'm not going to Go Wild, but I'm going to be in Vegas at the time of Go Wild, so I can see some more of my friends and meet some of you guys. So if you guys are going to Go Wild or are also crashing in Vegas that weekend, that first weekend of May, or even if you guys live in Vegas, make sure to reach out on Instagram or here, whatever, and I'm going to try to meet up with as many people as I can. My husband is coming because, come on, it's Vegas. And so I'm going to have to ditch him a few times. He knows this already. That was part of the deal of going. I'm going to have to leave you. You can take a nap or go swim at the pool while I go meet some planner babes. But make sure you let me know so we can all meet up. It'd be so much fun to get pictures and see some of you guys. Okay, so finally, after trimming all those flowers, I'm coloring in just this dark, thick, the dark, thick words there so it won't show through this light pink box. And this will be my to-do list for the week. Super simple. Just a little header and for some extra space to write. I don't often use this area to write during the week, but because I filled in so many squares, I definitely need to do that. So we'll have some cute leaves peeking out since the flowers are on that box. The box is also from Happy Year. And then color in a little bit of the color that's sticking out around the box. And then we're going to find a little sticker for the header in Boss Babe, just one sticker from Boss Babe, and we're going to put a black to do there. Again, I liked using the black in this one because the black in some of the center of the florals. So there we go. I hope you guys really liked this one. It's really crazy, but I enjoyed it, and I hope you guys try it too. Try something different, mix it up, get those juices flowing. So there it is. Super pretty for the week. Yay! Thanks for being patient waiting for this video. I only used Happy Year and Socialite, and then one sticker from Boss Babe. Thanks for waiting for this video a little late this week because of all the fun I had. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe.